Freakish Season 2, Episode 1. I decided to do both these episodes because they're so good. They really up the ante with their zombiness in these two episodes from last season. But when it comes to this season, I've stated before, Season 1 of Freakish is a zombie apocalypse for teenagers. It's basically, the first season feels like The Breakfast Club meets The Walking Dead, because they're in like one location. It's character development, there's tension, there's zombiness, stuff like that. And I do like the emotion and stuff from season 1 and the character portrayal. Like, I can just sit down watching them talk and have their conflict and just be like pleased, you know what I'm saying? Even though there was little zombie action in the first couple of episodes in season 1, but then it started picking up towards the middle and the end. Now season 2, this is when things get completely different. Gone is the Breakfast Club / Walking Dead, and now it's more Resident Evil in season 2. And there's a group of new cast members mixing in with the old and stuff. And so it's kind of just like, you know, it's the same but different. It's interesting, but it was unnecessary. Like, I don't need to see super weapons, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to see all this sci-fi freakiness in the show that really did not have it at all in season 1. In season 1, it was just a zombie thing. Now it's all this enhancements and government conspiracies, and it's just like, you know, it was unneeded, and that's probably what killed this, where it got canceled in the second season. Because it's kind of like, when it comes to this show and Light as a Feather, they're both what's known as awesomeness TV shows that was on Hulu. And both their first seasons were received so well and so positive that they garnered a second season. With Light as a Feather, they got more episodes added. And so, you know, these two teen dramas were so good that even adults liked them, to where they got like a second season. But in both their second seasons, they kind of went off kilter and drastically like change and alter what the shows were supposed to be about. This alienated fans, and they just said no thank you, and then the show got canceled and stuff. So, you know, sometimes it's best just to keep things how it is. I understand you don't want to do the same thing over and over because it can get stale, but when you're in your second season, it's not going to get stale that fast, you know. I mean, like, by the third season, then you can start changing things around. Kind of like Doom Patrol. Like, Doom Patrol season 3 is kind of feeling a bit stale. Like, I'm getting tired of the whole, woe is me, I'm a freak, accept me, blah, blah, blah. That's been going on for 3 seasons. I'm tired of their major villains from the comic books barely showing up, and when they do, they're comedic. I'm tired of everything getting wrapped up in a nice little bow in the season's premiere from last season, cliffhangers and stuff. It's just kind of like nothing gets resolved properly and stuff. And with this new season of Doom Patrol, man, I don't know what the world is going on and everything. It's just more silliness with new characters, and I'm just like, just make them a superhero team, or just get rid of these new characters and stop bringing in villains. Anyway, Freakish Season 2. So yeah, even though it's like, it's different from last season, it's still good. It's interesting good. But these first 2 episodes were just like great in my opinion and stuff. So the first episode starts exactly off where last season left off as. Deshaun comes back, he sees Zoe and Barrett on the couch, and he tells them like, they followed me here, but who is they? Like, we don't know. And so like, yeah, we didn't even get to see a glimpse of what they looked like last season. So then it goes back into in the past, 2 days ago, from when LaShawn was out and about and stuff, and what he was doing while they was there fighting Collins and the zombies and stuff. And so we finally know who grabbed him and stuff. So when he was in the ambulance and everything, somebody grabbed him, and it was a zombie. So he fights the zombie off, and he's running through town, and then he gets inside the ambulance and he starts driving. And so he's still just like looking for help and everything. And he sees a police station. And he sees human like officers and stuff go inside. So he's like, all right, man, I got this. So he goes inside. And when he goes inside, he sees like a bunch of police officers and he sees like these scientist looking people. And then he's all like, we need help. And then he passes out because, he's diabetic and he doesn't have that much insulin and stuff. When he wakes up, he is on a table and there's like this scientist doctor lady. And he's freaking out, talking about like, where am I? She's like, you're safe and everything. He's all like, and she tells him like, like he wants to know what this IV thing is in me. Like he's very suspicious. And she's all like, it's just for like, his insulin and diabetes and he's dehydrated and he's been asleep for like a whole day. And he's pissed like, how can you let me sleep for like a whole day and everything? Well, I mean, what was she supposed to do? Like, she don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, she starts asking him questions like, who is he? Where is he from? And I mean, people's there and they have weapons. And he tells them straight up, he's at school with some friends and the weapons they have are like makeshift weapons. And so she's like, oh, so you don't have no guns. That one line made him suspicious. I don't understand why. Because, that's a legitimate question to ask, especially when there's zombies going around. And so, like, then she talks to, like, one of the officers and, someone of the scientists, and they're all like, this guy escaped, and the girl did too, and LaShawn kind of like overhear that, and then she leaves LaShawn in the room. For some bizarre reason, he is paranoid for the sake of just being paranoid. I don't like how that's written because it's just kind of like he's in a place with officers and this and that. So you think he'll feel safe, but he doesn't feel safe. And so he's just extremely paranoid. He rips the IV out. He somehow finds a room with all his stuff and he puts on his makeshift hazmat suit and he just like bolts on out of there. And so like, the lady comes back and like she's all like he's loose, and I'm just like I don't understand why he freaked out the way he did and was so suspicious. Like sometimes the writing in this can be good, but sometimes they overstep their mark and they just kind of like go off the wall sometimes. And then so that's what happens when he heads back to the school. He's inside and he's all like they follow him there. It's the people from the police station in hazmat suits. And they're wearing hazmat suits exactly the same way Collins did. And they're there with guns. So his suspicions were correct. I just don't understand how he figured that they was like not up the good people and stuff, And so like Barrett, he's pissed that LaShawn brought these people back here, but he like, he had no choice. They followed him there and stuff. And he's all like, well, what did you tell them and stuff? And he's all like, I just told them just like basic stuff. Now I don't. And so Barrett, he's super paranoid like always. But I don't understand. Like the reason why they sent him out is to find help. So when he did essentially found help, like now Barrett's like all pissed. That's why I don't like how the writing is when they do stuff like that, especially with the Barrett character. And so like Barrett goes and tells like the other people and stuff, and that there's like folks now at the school, and LaShawn, boy, he ain't too happy with Zoe. He's all like, so what you was doing on the couch, like coloring up with pencil dick and everything. He's all like, y'all were looking pretty cozy. He's all like, I only been gone for 2 days and now you're jumping on the next boy you see and stuff. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was so happy he said that because that's basically what she kind of did. And she's all like, he was comforting me because I lost my best friend. And he's all like, Natalie died? Okay, first of all, the whole Natalie thing, I don't think that got resolved when Rashawn was there, like, cause he like left, you know what I'm saying? So, and they haven't been best friends in like forever. So like now she think of Natalie as her best friend cause Natalie's dead and everything. So he's all like, oh, I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions and like, stuff like that. So like, the people in the hazmat suits, they break in, they got their guns drawn, they're looking for the kids. So everybody's like hiding and stuff, right? And so like Deshaun, he decides, like these people with the guns, they're gonna start shooting at some point and find the friend. So he decides to show himself and be like, look, man, my friends, like they're not here no more. Half of them turned to zombies, and then half of them probably like bolted on out of here. And so that one lady, the scientist lady, she's there and she don't believe him. There's about like 4 people in there. So she like, sits him down in the chair and like interrogating him and stuff. And I think she ties him down and she tortures him too. Like, whoa, she's torturing like a teenager. So she gets on the intercom system. She's all like, the rest of you kids better show yourself, or I'm gonna have a little fun here with your friend. So she asked him straight up, like, are you left-handed or you right, with a hammer in her hand. And so that's, she just starts smashing his fingers and stuff. Like, I'm just like, this is a little overkill, man, for a teen zombie drama with this like government conspiracy stuff. And because she works for Keller Chemicals and stuff. So, and I'm just like, how could the police just let her and the other science people go by themselves and not go? And so like they get in the whole Resident Evil thing. It's just a little bit overkill. Like she's torturing the crap out of him by smashing all his fingers. So then, what's his name? Grover. So like, he's walking the halls and he sees one of the hazmat dudes and he's all like, look man, just chill. I want to show you something. And he shows them like a picture of him and his dad. And he looks at the back and it says like target recovery or something like that. And then so when he's distracted, because he was gonna shoot Grover, he's all like, oh, this changes things. You're like a valuable asset now. And then so Diesel comes behind and just kills this dude. And so like, yeah, Diesel just straight up kill somebody. And I'm just like, how did Diesel know that these people were like that evil and stuff, And he just straight up kill them. So I'm just like, the writing is gonna get a little awkward, but he straight up asks Grover, what did you show this man? Why did he let you live and all this other stuff? And he's like, I don't know. But Diesel don't believe him. Diesel is not letting up. And he tells Violet, and Violet's a little suspicious too. So, the lady, she's like walking with Deshaun, and she's all like, I want you to show me this whole school and this and that. And so he's all like, see, look, I told you, like, that's my friend Diesel dead on the floor and turned into a zombie and all this other stuff. So she's all like, so then like the zombies start like coming in the halls, and so he's like, yeah, we gotta leave because like the zombies like, oh, but I'm leaving, but you staying here. And so then like I forget what happened. I think they were struggling or something like that, and they was on the ground. And then and she's all like, I have to hurry and get out of here. And he's all like, I can outrun you. She's like, not with a broken leg, you're not. And so she breaks his ankle or leg or something like that. Like she just snaps it in half, and then she runs on out of there. So he's screaming and hollering, and so they have to save him like from the zombies. And so when she goes outside, she's all like, she gets the other hazmat dude, and they leave. This is what I don't understand. They have a functioning hazmat suit from the dude that Diesel killed. But I guess since he chopped the dude, it busts through the suit. But they at least should have his gun. But do they? Yeah, they have his gun and everything. So now they have a weapon at least. But they don't have his suit. So they still have to make their own makeshift thing. And so they hightailing on out of there. And so the kids are just like all like worried. They're all like, Keller Chemicals really want them dead because they don't want nobody to know, like, what happened with the explosion and stuff like that. And I'm so shocked to see that the cops are like following along with this stuff, It's like so Resident Evil. But as like they leave and everything, we see a guy, and he's a big, bulky, muscular dude. And he's outside without a mask. He's like breathing the air, and he's like trying to get into like the school. Now, I didn't know who this guy was at first because he's so muscular and big, and he has like a beard and stuff. It's Brant, what's his last name? Daughtry, I think it is. He played Noel Kahn in Pretty Little Liars. I could not believe that was him. Daughtry. Yeah, Brant Daughtry and everything. And so, like, I was so surprised that was him because that didn't even look like him. And plus, I didn't know because he doesn't speak until like a couple of episodes in and stuff. It takes about like the fifth or sixth episode for him to finally speak. And so, like, I had no idea who this dude was. So, yeah, it was a pretty good episode. It was nice, it was intense with the action and stuff and the government conspiracy. But, like I said, it was a little bit over and a bit too much. Now to the second episode, which gets very crazy with the zombie action. Like, my God, it was some good, intense stuff where you really felt scared for them. That wasn't that spooky. Alright, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.